Okay, my name is Ortmeier. I'm the Senior Director of Streaming and Digital Marketing for Universal Nashville. Most of my position consists of talking to all of our streaming partners, so Spotify, Pandora, SoundCloud, anything that you'd use to stream music, and making sure they're aware of our upcoming singles, our upcoming albums. I think what's really interesting about streaming as a medium for delivery for music right now is the complete accessibility of it. You can take it with you on any device. It's not carrying a collection of something physical with you. It's really just about convenience, and I think more and more of our life just turns into convenience. And so if you can access an entire music collection, access an entire library, an entire album of something that you're not even sure that you want to hear whenever you want to hear it on your phone, that changes the game for the accessibility of music. Probably one of the coolest things I've been able to be a part of here at Universal Nashville has been the start of Sam Hunt's career. And I was pretty new to the label at the time, 2013, and he came to us at the beginning of 2014 and played for us at a staff-only event. And it just so happened to be that Spotify had let us know they were bringing their global team to town in Nashville for a week, basically, to do their global offsite planning for their company. And they had given me an entire night of programming and just said, you program, you pick the artists, fill it with whomever you want. It was a busy time of year, but I'd asked a few other artists and they weren't able to make it work, and we had this moment at our company meeting. Sam came and played for us. I'm not even positive if he was signed yet to the label officially, but I knew his management, and so after seeing him play the one time, I just asked, hey, what's Sam doing next Tuesday? He's like, what does he need to be doing? You tell me. So we arranged for him to be one of the featured artists at the showcase, more or less, for Spotify and their global team while they were in town. So they accepted. They were like, great, let's do this. And the one catch was kind of that it was out in Lynchburg, Tennessee at the Jack Daniel's Distillery. So it's about an hour and a half outside of town. So I went over to meet Sam and his band. We had a couple of players come with him and management. And this is just kind of a story of how much of a gentleman he really is. And we go to get in our SUV and we're ready to leave. And I jump in to crawl on the very, very back of this SUV because these are all 6-foot+ men. And I'm just going to jump in the back. And Sam's like, absolutely not. I will not let a lady sit in the back. I was like, no, really, that's really cute. Thank you, I appreciate it. I get you're all the Southern gentlemen and whatnot, but I'm okay with it. I'll just climb in the back. And he basically stood in the door and would not let me get in the back of the SUV till finally everybody is like, Annie, just let Sam get in the way back. He's not going to budge on this. A lady doesn't sit in the back seat. So I was like, okay, fine. So Sam and his 6'4" frame or whatever climbed into the back of the SUV and I sat in the front. But ultimately, the end result of that trip was fantastic. We went out there and he played a couple of acoustic songs for the team. Spotify fell in love with him and invested in him really early, and we're like, we want to partner with him. We want to do something different and original with him that hadn't really been done in country music yet. So that spurred that relationship, which we really continue to this day as being quite strong, and did a couple of really innovative new things out of that partnership. An early EP that led to an early album preview EP that led to the record, and really due to that streaming success, pushed everything forward in his career at the time, and we moved the album up and everything up from there. So it was just that one moment in time worked out, and it's I mean, everybody knows where he is now, so it's been really successful. It's worked out really well. For me personally, because this is a super loaded question, I think what makes a really great country song is the story and the lyrical content. Again, I'm a huge fan of guitar solos and all the musicianship that goes into a great song, but for me, the story will always hook me first. I think one of the songs that has that amazing lyrical content that just rocks you to your core the instant you hear it is, most recently, Chris Stapleton has released as his own song called Either Way, but previously Liam Womack had recorded it on a record a few years ago. I remember hearing it that first time and just being completely blown away by that song. What do I love about working at UMG? Throughout my history, I've I've been in town 12, 13 years now, and I've worked at several companies, large corporations, small, little companies. I've worked for myself, and I would say more than any place I've ever worked, this feels like a family. People take care of each other, and I think it's a credit to how Mike Dungan and Cindy Mabe operate the entire organization, and that is everybody's a part of the team, everybody has a place, everybody works together, and they really make it feel like a family, which I've always wanted that in a work situation, in a career, but unfortunately sort of never found that until now. So to me, that's been one of the greatest things about working here.
15 and 30.